Hello everybody and welcome to my Romance of the Three Kingdoms Shogun 2 mod. First of all, the reason that I made this is because I'm a huge Romance of the Three Kingdoms fan, and I was never happy with their battle systems in this game. I always wished that they could have mixed it in a little bit more Dynasty Warrior style, and I found this game Shogun 2, and I was completely impressed with their version of their battle system. So, rightfully so, I had to put my favorite characters from the Dynasty Warriors series into this and create some epic battles. First, I just want to say thanks to Creative Assembly and everyone involved in the Total War series that has made awesome modding like this possible. Alright, so you guys are probably wondering how you install this mod. First, just download it with the link in the description. Use WinRAR or another tool to extract the files. If your game's through Steam, go to your Steam directory. It's usually Program Files, Steam Apps, or Steam Apps, Common, and make sure you put it in your Shogun 2 data folder. Once that's done, you just launch the game, and it'll ask you which mod you want to use. Make sure you have the two files included in this selected. Once you get the game booted up, pretty simple to get into. Just click Shogun 2 or New Game Shogun 2. You'll see these new civs here. Don't be alarmed by the discoloration of the main generals. This has to do with the Ming Morning Sun Chinese units. For some reason, they just discolor these guys, and neither me or UAnime5 could figure out exactly why. So, it's not game-breaking. It's just on that main menu. Don't worry about it. So, as you could probably tell, Lu Bu replaces Mori, Wei replaces Shu replaces the Shimazu, Wu's replacing Chosukabe, we got Yuan Shao replacing the Ikko, or whatever the hell they're called. Alright, I'm just going to start off as Shu here and give you a quick walkthrough or preview of what this looks like. You start out with your 5 generals on the map. Shu has the most custom generals. You've got Liu Bei, Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, Wei Yan, Huang Zhong, Zhao Yun, and Ma Kao. So you are stacked, but Shu has some penalties. I think they got a bad eco, or they have like a penalty to their income. And I think they might have a boost in farms. I don't know. You got to forgive me because I don't remember everything. I made this mod about 2 years ago, and I put it out on Total War Center, and I was like, I got 7,000 something views, but I feel like there's just more people that I need to show this to, because there's a lot more fans of the Dynasty Warriors and Three Kingdoms type series games than just in the Shogun 2 world, so I'm trying to put this out here for more people to see. Besides that, just kind of showing you the starting locations of everyone. Everything seems to be working just fine and dandy. Everyone's got the relative system set up right. I got Guan Yu and Zhang Fei as brothers. Everyone else is generals. Couldn't really change Liu Bei's sons. It's hard to mod the kids that are 2B. You can really only edit the people that are starting. But as you can see, everything's working. Generals are working properly as they do. The command structure makes sense. Liu Bei leading the army, or whoever the higher ranking general is. And we'll get into a battle here. So if you want to check it out, you can see that the models are definitely working in the game. And most of them have their custom weapons from, I think these are from Dynasty 7. I don't even remember. Maybe Dynasty 8. But so they got their 5th or whatever ultimate weapons there are to have. And as you can see, everything's looking pretty money. So now these, I gotta warn you, these generals, they are definitely boosted, because if you're familiar with the Three Kingdoms series or Dynasty Warriors gameplay, generals kind of make or break the battle. They're like they're the deciding force. They're kind of OP. So in this mod, all generals, base generals, like vanilla generals, are boosted. They have more defense and everything than what they would normally have. And the custom ones, these like Shu, Wei, Wu, all these generals, they have even higher stats boosted beyond that. So these are kind of like pretty damn elite units that can take on multiple regular peasant or Ashigira armies. They're pretty hard to bring down if you're versing them, but you know, if you're playing as one of these factions, you you should have some heroes that are ready to do it. As you can see, some of the text has been modified. It's better with, I think Lu Bu has more, his faction has more actual subtitles edited. Alright, let's take a look at Wu here, starting for the Chosakabi. You get to begin with Sun Ce, Ga Ning, and Taishi Si. Each command a slightly different troop. Sun Ce's got cavalry, Ga Ning's kind of got more swordsmen, and Taishi Si's got these dudes with huge clubs, rightfully so. As you can see, everything is pretty badass over here in Wu territory. The one thing that I really wanted to do for this mod was make it so that you could mod a land bridge so that Wu can make it off the island when playing as AI, because in this mod, Navy is disabled. Wu has a custom transport ship that I was hoping the AI would use to send people across to the mainland, but they never seem to. So it just kind of sucks that Wu never, you never fight them when you're not playing as them. So I was going to make a land bridge, and then I never got around to it, and then I was thinking about using U Anime's Morning Sun mod with China, and there's just too many bugs with the radar and everything, so I never really incorporated China into this in any way, shape, or form. I am optimistic about releasing another update to this, but in order to do that, I need to find a way to add splash damage animations to units, and with Warhammer being released with splash damage, I can look into it, but it appears that you can't access the Warhammer files as easily as the Shogun 2 ones, so it's an ongoing battle, and I would like to make it just China instead of Japan. That way you could fix the radar problems, but for now, this project is where it is, and I don't know if there's going to be an update. Next up is Wei. I kind of gave these guys more of a rough start than I originally intended to. I moved Hojo over here, and it's right next to the capital Kyoto, and I kind of intended this to be like Cao Cao's start, where he's kind of at Suchang or whatever, kind of by Luoyang in the beginning. And I thought it'd be a good idea if, Cao Cao takes the capital right away, because that's kind of how it goes. But the problem with this is the game starts off with you being at war with, what is it called? I forget what it's called. Kyoto, the emperor, whatever the hell, the Shogunate. You start off at war with them, which actually accidentally puts you in Realm Divide. So you kind of got to haul ass and get ready to deal with the fucking swarm of everyone coming to attack you. I have managed to play through this on hard. I don't know, is it hard or very hard with a friend, and it's pretty rough. So I would definitely recommend multiplayer, or if you can somehow give yourself gold just to deal with it. But it's definitely a good challenge. So here's the units. You got Cao Cao, you got Jia Hao Dun, and Shu Hong as your three generals. And Cao Cao is mounted, so is Shu Hong, and Xia Hao Dun is on foot. All pretty lethal, all pretty money. Nothing but badass shit here. Finally, we got my boy Lu Bu here. He's the entire reason that I started this mod. I got him starting off in Xi P, similar to, how he would in ROTK. He's got a ton of modified stats, kind of a fucking badass. The problem with him, well, first let me tell you about this model. I had this model made by a guy called The Other Guy on the it's on the Total War Center forums. He did the model for me, tried to make it look as close to the Shogun models as possible, and I had originally started with just a Lu Bu mod, and I made Zhang Liao look somewhat like Zhang Liao with just Shogun parts. So that's why he looks the way he does. And then much later on, I was like, you know what, I just need to add everybody. I got to rip these files and get the models from Dynasty in here and just do the whole thing. But that's why Lu Bu looks different. And I kind of like it. So left it how he is. Anyway, so Lu Bu, it's a unique unit and a unique faction. This is the problem that I had is he's just, to get him just on red hair, he's got to be by himself. So he's just a one-man unit, and there's no splash damage or any way to get him to kill things any faster than he already does. So it's, you know, he's not as badass as he should be. He doesn't really clear waves of enemies the way that these other general units do. He can definitely doesn't die throughout a battle, and I think it might somehow have been bugged because I've killed him before, but I remember in one of my last campaigns he just would not die. So you gotta use like ninjas to kill him, to break him down, so that you can actually he'll come back then, and he'll have a sword. He won't have the halberd, and he'll have modified stats in a general unit. So he's more of kind of a luxury unit and the face of his kingdom, but he doesn't get as much done as Zhang Liao, say, in the battle. The rest is kind of history with this one. You can see where this is going. I forgot to say you got Zhang Liao, Lu Lingqi, and Guo Shun as your starting guys. Guo Shun's just got a base generic Chinese Ming model, so nothing to see there. But my plans for this would be to find a way to add splash damage, make Lu Bu way more efficient, and also, if I could, give him some bodyguards. But the problem is, if you put red hair at random, it's not going to wind up on Lu Bu. It's going to wind up on other general or on his other bodyguards, and then everyone's going to be riding a horse or a red horse, and it's just not going to look right. So it's kind of a tricky thing. Still pretty fun though. Real quick, let's talk about the units in this. The Chinese ones, the Chinese factions have Ming units from, like I mentioned, UAnime's Morning Sun mod. They get recruited in a similar fashion. You just kind of gotta play around with it. It's almost more of a fun challenge, so I really won't get into it. But they're implemented. The Chinese factions have different units than the Japanese ones. Show you Yuan Shao and Zhang He over here replacing the Ikki-Ikko. Fucking Buddhist weirdos. And I also want to note for you Samurai Warrior fans out there, I did add a custom general for Tadakatsu Honda and Yukimaru Sanada and Oda Nobunaga. But I think it says Oda Nobuhide or some shit. I think that might just be another version of his name. I looked it up once upon a time. It's too far in the past for me to remember now. I'm not a loyal Samurai Warriors fan. So yeah, these guys have custom armor, custom looks too. Also, Usugi Kenshin and a few others do too. So just be aware that it's not only the Chinese that have reworked things here. Alright, just a few more things to finish this up. I had mentioned earlier that I've changed a few things with this, like disabling the Navy. I did that because I think the Navy battles in Shogun suck and they're just too annoying, and it just isn't fun to deal with, so I just made it so you don't have to play with the Navy. Also, I added these samurai or ninja samurai to Tokugawa and Hattori factions. These guys, I just thought it'd be kind of cool to have like heavy armored samurai that are also kind of creeping ninjas, just fucking throwing bombs and coming at you with sick katanas and all stealthy with those masks. This game has some pretty cool ninja masks and clothing going on. So I kind of just took some of the units, the torso parts and leg parts, and just kind of mixed it together and made this custom unit. They can throw bombs. They have less ammo than most of the other ninjas. I think they move a bit slower, and they are pretty damn lethal though. They're an elite unit. I believe you have to have the 3rd ninja school upgrade and a barracks to get them, so they're not easy to get, but as you can see, they look pretty badass. And they're pretty scary on the battlefield, so you should be a little worried if you see these coming at you. Also, I will show you just a list of the Ming units just for the hell of it. Why not? You can read through it or slow the video down if you want. Other than that, I mean, I think that's pretty much it for this video. Alright, if you guys like this mod and enjoyed it, or you think you will, please feel free to leave me a comment or give me a like or a thumbs up or something here. And tell your fellow friends that are fans of the Three Kingdoms and Shogun to check this thing out, because I just want as many people to get down with it as they can. Thanks for your time, guys. See ya.